Hey, Serene. Oh, wait. Monica. Hey, Monica. Mine's got phones at the position. I invited Serene. I should begin just now. Oh, gosh, I went to her. And she's not going to have mom in 1 hour. I don't believe that. Ooh, this big, yeah. Nope. No. Oh. I was seeing if I could. Oh, can't you hear me? I know. Fabulous. Okay, can you hear me now? Monica, can you hear me now? Because the last few lives worked. Monica, can you hear me now? What's going on? Why did it work when it didn't answer? I know it's not working. Okay, she's not meant to be in comments.
Is it working?
I hope so. Can you hear me?
Yes, I think so.
I think so.
Yes, hold on.
The problem is it's not on my ring light because I want to be able to show the computer. Oh, but I look horrible. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can. Okay. Because good. Monica says there we go. So that means that. Cool. Okay.
Is it really midnight over there?
No, it's 10 past midnight because typically I run late.
That is late.
I think I interviewed you like in February, but at like 1 in the morning or something.
Oh, man. I would be like a zombie. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, I did only have about 40 minutes of sleep, so no less. I think about half an hour. So I
Oh,
went to
you're better than me.
shower, and then my landlady decided to mow right in front of the window, which kept me awake.
Yeah.
She didn't
Okay.
know.
Well, okay. Monica says that she can hear us. To me, it's a little hard to understand you. So if I have to ask you to repeat, I might have to do that. Just like the mic, it sounds very muffled or something.
And it might be because it's far away. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, a little.
Oops.
I think you're fine. Now you're frozen though.
Because I accidentally went out. Ugh, look at that. That's horrible. Okay. You can hear me better now.
I think so. A little bit. You're a little clearer.
Okay, maybe I should use this. I don't know. I had it at a nice aesthetic, and now
That's okay. Oh,
you look good no matter what.
I have not showered today yet. I taught workout class this morning, and then I've just been like, go, 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 go. So now I'm like, well, this is how I always look in my videos, so at least people will recognize me. Like, hot mess. Always a hot mess. And my cat just like came in and like helped himself. You see him right there. I was like, what is that noise? Oh yeah.
Oh, cute.
I guess he's joining us too. So
That's fine. My cat's around somewhere.
all right.
Over there, there's the
Oh,
bird.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
Mistresses. It's a man doing exactly what I said I wouldn't do and showing me the messy without giving me sleep.
All right. Well, let's
Couple hours.
see. We got a couple people on here. Should we
How
just
many?
dive right in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So
Did
we're here
you?
to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I was just checking you managed to open, but because Megan had problems.
Oh, is it working for her
It's
now?
now.
Mine's working fine.
Okay, good. That's really. Okay, I think first off, no, let's start about. You go ahead. You lead this.
Oh, okay. Well, we're just here to talk about you and your book, right? It's
Yep.
exciting. First published book, right?
Yep. Very first finished.
Did you say it's the first book you've ever finished?
Yeah. Like
Well,
I've
hey,
written
most.
some musicals before, but I've never actually like finished a book. As you know, my last writing project, it got too dark. So I stopped writing for like 10 years because I was scared of myself. And that's actually one of the reasons why this is a children's book. Like it was just, I knew I could be safe with the children's book. I didn't go dark.
Gotcha. Well, most people don't get their first book published, so that's pretty exciting.
Thanks. Today's been actually pretty incredible. Like really fun.
Yeah. How long did it take you to write Quest?
About, I think, 7 months. So started in February. And oh no, my deadline was May. Wait, hold on. I know I started in February because that's when Taylor and I met. And I think I gave myself a deadline for May. So February, March, April, May, 4 months. But then there were lots of revisions. So
I don't think I've ever written a book that fast.
I didn't realize I had
I think
that
that's great.
period of writer's block. So I think it felt longer than it actually was.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. So you did suffer from some writer's block.
Oh yeah, crazy writers. So
So
there was this
what'd
part.
you do to help overcome that?
Well, it was now I don't know what chapter it is. But it was the chapter where Michael, the little disabled boy, had to explain what Friedrich's ataxia is. And it just like, I wanted to explain it properly and well. And it's a really hard disease to describe. So I wasn't like getting there. And then I have a writers group. Um, and one of the writers in there was like, maybe you're making your characters do something they shouldn't be doing. And I was like, oh, maybe making an 8-year-old explain this complex disease is not such
Yeah.
a good start. And then after that, like a couple of friends did a couple of writing sprints with me to try and get me over the block, and it worked. And then, yeah, so then I wrote to them and I was like, thank you, I managed to get over the writer's block. It's not very good, but you know, and then I went back and polished it up. Now it's much better. So now I have the whole family, Michael's whole family, explaining what Friedrich's ataxia is. And
I was
he's
gonna say, I've never even heard of it before.
it's fascinating. It's a disease that it's not a disease, but it basically freezes you from the inside out. I'm not explaining
Wow.
what that is right now, but it fuses your bones together. Like it
Oh.
fuses your bones together. And like from the bottom up, you tend to slowly become a statue, and then it'll hit your lungs, and you'll like not be able to breathe and all that. But there's a guy. He's a family friend, and he's 1 year younger than me, and he has it, and he was just so inspiring, and that's why I decided to write it in, because he never let it get to him. He used to
Mhm.
have this specially made car, like he doesn't use it anymore because it's affected his arms, but he used to, like when it was just his lower body, have this specially made car and a specially made wheelchair, an electric one, and so it was an automatic car, and instead of a driver's seat, it had the wheelchair. So he would like press a button, the ramp would come down, and
Oh,
then he
wow.
would drive the wheelchair out of the car, go do whatever he wanted to do, then get the ramp out again, drive the wheelchair into the car, click it into place like a driver's seat, and drive off as if he had no disability. It was insane. He's written a book. It's a bit foul language though. He's not a Christian. Called, I think, Wobbles or something. And he's been skydiving. He's traveled the world. He's done a lot. He's only slowed down recently. He's 43 now. But usually people don't live past their teens or 20s with this.
So there's somebody in the questions asking who is describing it. Are you asking what author she's talking about, or what man she's talking about, or which character in her book is describing it? Because I have never heard of this disease before. I had to look it up a little bit, and I'm like, this sounds pretty awful. I've never heard of it. Oh man, that is rough.
Yeah, Michael's pretty amazing. He's a zombie in a wheelchair. I think she might mean the characters, in which case I now have. So the scene is the friends shelter under Ben's wings. Benignus is a humongous dragon with massive wings. He's a baby dragon, but it's huge. And they shelter under his wings and just chat like he's a tent. And then Flash is busy making jokes, like joke upon joke upon joke. And then eventually his voice gets hoarse, and Terence is like, "So what's Beatrix's sex here?" And then Eric and Taylor, the parents, explain, and then Michael jumps in and explains it a little bit as well, and then explains why he's so something like why he has such a positive outlook on life, and that's because he just wants to make every moment count, and he wants to be an encourager for other people, and he doesn't want to let his life circumstances get him down. And so that makes Terence, who in the first chapter is very much like, "Oh, woe is me, I'm just boring all force," and the others sort of change their outlook on life and become a lot more positive.
That's awesome. That's kind of a cool thing. I mean, I think kids have it pretty hard these days. So I suppose, when we talk about kids seeing themselves in characters, hopefully that they can, that, hopefully they can see themselves in that and relate to that and find ways to find joy in life. Because you also talk about fears and cognitive behavioral therapy just right off the bat in your book.
Yeah, in chapter one.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
ring covered as a light, but it's not really working very well. Not quite sure why. Um, yeah, the reason I did that, maybe I should just turn it off. Um, the reason I did that was because during COVID, um, so I have a fear of masks. I'm not going to say why, but I have a fear of masks. And seeing people in masks wandering around in COVID was a big problem for me. I had to get my friends to go shopping for me. And then I went to a cognitive behavioral therapist, and he switched my thoughts to make me see that, these people wandering around, they're not kidnapped and they're not in danger. They're fine. And he made me see reality, and I really like that. So, yeah, those interested in. But I wrote in the fears because Terence is feeling like all different, but Serenity points out that everyone's different. You just have different differences. Like Flash is acrophobia, Tina, their friend, the cyrophobia, which is a fear of shadows, which must be pretty hard to deal with. And then
Right.
she has claustrophobia, like you. So,
I have that. I do not like small spaces. No, no.
and then, that's a big
Do not
no.
put me in small spaces.
I think you're big. I don't think it's quite the same, but it's similar.
Yeah. So, so, so how does it feel to finally have this book kind of coming out in the world and knowing that people are going to read it and all the things?
People have been reading it.
Yeah.
The reviews have been incredible.
Oh, I bet. Seems like you've had some pretty good reviews. Yeah. Some good feedback.
Yeah, really amazing feedback. So I'm really thankful. So far, there's no negatives. I'm sure they'll come, but so
Okay. So how different is your book now as a finished product than it was as a first draft?
well, one of the things that was in the first draft, I don't know if you remember, but I messaged you, I sent you voice notes, and I was like, I'm writing the epilogue and I can't stop crying. And you were like, why? And I was like, well, because Terence has just said goodbye to his friends and decided to stay with his birth family. Oops, sorry, spoiler. And it's breaking my heart because he's probably never going to see Flash and Serenity again. And I feel like Serene is you, and I couldn't divorce the idea of Serene never seeing Terence again and
Right.
never speaking again. So then, like, yeah, a little while later, I rewrote that and I gave it a happy ending, which you'll have to read the book to find out what that is. But now it's much better, and the
Right.
episode's way better. And then there were other scenes as well, like the flash passing butterfly scene, which I wrote because of the comment that I made. Oh my goodness. And Taylor, my publisher, was like, okay, I guess you can keep the him parting butterflies thing, even though I don't like it. But Queen Adriana can't react. Like at that time, Queen Adriana turned around and tried to make Flash feel better and less
Yeah.
embarrassed. And she was like, "Don't worry, I can part. I can run come out and beat you." And she lifts up her tail and sparkly butterflies come out. And Taylor was like, "You can't do that. She's an adult and she's a queen and she shouldn't react that way."
Right.
Against it. Like I really didn't want to change that scene, and then I changed it. But then I had the queen saying, "Don't worry, I might be a queen, but at the end of the day, I'm still just a unicorn," and it didn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only a few days. It was a few days later that I realized why. When you said that even though you have over 50,000 followers, you're just a small fish. And I was like, what am I, non-existent? And then you were like, no, we'll be little minnows together. And then I was like, Serene would say that. Adrienne, she probably wouldn't. It's the wrong character. And so I rewrote it. And now it's a hilarious scene. It's actually my favorite scene. Flash falls
I
back.
love that.
And it looks like he's massive, but he wasn't actually. It's much better.
I love that.
And
That's so great.
it's a much beautiful kind of scene.
We can all
Because
be
even,
minnows together.
yeah, even the magical things, like if it sounded a little bit magical, she was like, rewrite it because Mindy's doesn't accept magic. And so I would go and look and see if it was a scientific phenomenon and then rewrite it with a way that it could be scientifically explained, like a battle in the skies between the unicorns and the dragons can actually be explained with science. So,
Yeah. So to that note, like from what I've seen and what I've heard, your book actually has quite a bit of like big words, big advanced words in there that I mean, for a kid's book, that's pretty big. So why did you choose to do that?
I did that on purpose. So those are the kind of books that I grew up with. That's how I learned my vocabulary as I was growing up. Um, like I never knew how to explain, how to pronounce things like melancholy. I always thought it was melancholy. Um, until my brother's teasing me. Um, because like if you read, you just see how you think the word should look. But yeah, those are the kind of books that I grew up with, and those are the kind of books that I want to write for children. I want to advance their vocabulary. I don't want to dumb down things for kids. I want to just help them see the world in a different light and get their vocabulary up. Like sonoluminescence is a really cool word. It means sound coming from light or light coming from sound. And words like gas are in it. So,
That's
um,
awesome.
have you opened the
Yeah.
book yet? Because there's a okay. Do you want to show the viewers a little bit of what it looks like with the art
Yeah.
and the dedication page? Because
Yeah.
that's always interesting.
Okay. So you want me to show the cover? All right. So there's the cover, which is really cool. You look, it's hard to see, but if you look really close, the white horses have the little unicorn horn, because they're the unicorns, right?
So
Okay.
there's the pictures in the book, the graphic pictures,
Yeah.
um, photos that I took at Ranger Stables, and then I just got rid of the Bibles with magic eraser and stuff like that.
Let me see. Can I show another one if I scroll down and find one? Oh,
Sure, but you
yes.
skip the dedication. You skip the dedication.
Yeah.
You want to go back?
You want me to go back?
Yeah, go
All
back
right.
to
Dedication. Oh, oh, sorry. You can't see my face. I was just like, oh, that's so sweet. Do you want me to read it or show it?
you can read it or show it. Well, you can read it aloud.
Okay. It
So,
says to Serene. It says Serenity is but a faint reflection of your friendship. Thank you for being my inspiration and mentor, a constant source of laughter and a stalwart friend. Oh, that's so sweet. Look at that. Oh,
so we were
thank you.
to find out when you got the book box, but now we've decided that we're going to hold off until like January or February for the book boxes to get
Oh.
these right. And I didn't want to wait until that long for you to find out who. This is the
Oh, thank you. That is so sweet. Oh, look, there's little dragons at the beginning of the chapter. That is the best.
did amazing chapter art. She's like alternated dragons, unicorns, horses is so cute. And the chapters rhyme. So if you go to the table of contents, you can read it like a poem. Not now. I'm just saying like that's why the
Okay.
chapter titles are so long, because they rhyme.
Oh. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I won't read it now. I'll read it later. Sorry. I was like, well, now I want to read it and see how they rhyme.
Now you own it, so you can read it whenever you're ready.
Okay. Um,
Talking of straight to chapter 5, because reading was an important part for me for today.
okay. I will scroll
So
back to chapter 5.
it's page 50 at the bottom, where it
Okay.
starts with it's not serene. So to put this in context, Serenity is looking for Aloe because her friend Terence has been very hurt by bullies, and she wants to kill him. And she sees a dragon in the treetops, and she's like, it's not real because dragons aren't real. He gets really confused. He's like, I think I'm real. Anyway, so then they start chatting, and he's now trying to guess her name. So he's tried tried a few times to guess her name, and that's where we're going to start from.
Oh. Oh. Okay, sorry. I was reading right before. Okay. So you want me to start reading from right after it says Serene?
So I'll be Ben and the narrator, and you be Serene.
Yes.
So we'll go from Serene on page 50, and you just voice Serene's part.
Okay.
Okay. It's not Serene, and it's not Serenus. What else is left? Ben's eyes lit up in sudden victory, glowing gold in the rising sun. I've got it! It's Serenity! The unicorn was really impressed. It's you.
I know. I'm
On page 50.
Yeah, I am on page 50.
Or maybe it's not.
Oh,
No, it
oh,
should
oh,
be.
sorry. I was looking in the wrong place. Okay. It's Serenity. Okay, I'm with you now. I'm like, I was looking at the top of the page and I'm like, where is she reading? Okay, I'm with you now. The unicorn was duly impressed. See? I knew you were clever.
Serenity, Ben mused. I like it. It suits you. Are you always calm and peaceful like your name?
Well, I have been known to get angry once or twice, but usually I'm pretty chill. You?
I'm excited by this part. Ben answered. Now tell me about your friend. How did you lose him? And could he be the same unicorn I saw sneezing on a flat roof a few miles away?
That must be him, Serenity declared in excitement. We got accosted by bullies yesterday. They didn't do too much to me, but locked me in a shed. But they beat poor Terence black and blue. He was in the shed when they trapped me inside, and I was able to help him a bit by letting him use my wings as a pillow so he could rest. But I couldn't sleep at all. I was so worried about Flash, you see.
Ben was intrigued. How come?
Before Diggory trapped me in the shed, I saw the bullies surround Flash and start to attack him viciously and insult him, calling him an ostrich and a chicken. Those birds don't fly, you see, and Flash has chronic acrophobia, so he avoids flying as much as possible. Did you make that up?
What kind of acrophobia?
Yeah. Or is that real?
It's real. Like I
Is
have it.
it?
Yeah, you are like, I can't even stand on the chair. I'm too scared of heights.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Continue.
So good. Um, Actually, just a quick thing. One of the things that my little alpha reader said, she's 11, was she wished she'd known why Ben had acrophobia. I mean, Flash. And I purposefully didn't put that in because quite often you have a fear and you don't know why. And I just wanted kids to relate to that and not think he had to have a reason for that fear. But I wanted them to see that he overcomes it and it can be overcome. Okay, so read on. But that's awful. The golden scales on Ben's face seemed to glimmer, reflecting the anger in his tone. I'd love to show those wicked unicorns what pain really feels like. One taste of my flames, and they'd wish they'd never been born. The more he thought about the trial his friend had been put through, the angrier Ben got. Red edged across his colossal wings, colouring under the strength of his emotion until they gleamed scarlet in the rising sun. Serenity's mouth dropped open in shock. Up till now, Ben had seemed to be such a pleasant young dragon, and his green wings seemed to fit his chilled personality. But now she knew never to get on his bad side. He would be a useful ally to have in a time of crisis, though.
Oh no, she protested. Flash wouldn't want that. One of the reasons the bullies always target him and Terrence, and sometimes me, is because we refuse to get revenge. We always turn the other cheek and forgive them, time and time again.
Ben was bewildered, but why?
Our parents taught us that forgiveness is like a superpower. Revenge might feel gratifying in the moment, but after revenge comes regret. Revenge can turn a sweet unicorn sour, and they didn't want that for us. It's funny, actually. Even though Flash, Terrence, and I all have different parents, they all seem to share the same mindset on certain things. It might be because they're close friends, or maybe just because they have fairly similar personalities. I don't know.
That's not how I was taught to think, interjected Ben. My parents taught me and my brothers that if somebody makes us angry, we should burn them or eat them. Simple. Serenity
Sometimes.
gazed.
Sometimes I want to burn people who annoy me and eat. Just kidding.
I never feeling. So forgiveness. One of the reasons forgiveness is such a big thing in this is I chose revenge when I was a teenager. I want other people to learn from my mistakes. Serenity gazed at him with shock tinged with a little fear. Ben didn't notice. Enemies, it's delicious. It kind of makes me wish I hadn't gone vegetarian, so I could eat those bullies. Serenity backed up a little.
I thought you said that even your wicked family don't eat unicorns. You were worried about our horns injuring your throat.
Well, yes, but exceptions can be made for bullies, laughed Ben, not realizing how fearful he was making his poor movement. I mean, we could always cut the horn off. Serenity didn't know how to react to that. Maybe she and Ben couldn't be friends after all. She rose above the treetops and vanished. Wait! Ben called, suddenly cognizant of the fact that he'd made his buddy uncomfortable. I didn't mean it. I'll stay vegetarian, I promise. Please come back. Filled with trepidation, Serenity slowly descended, but stayed a safe distance away from the vengeful baby dragon. He bowed his head in shame. I'm sorry, Serenity. I didn't mean to scare you. I just got so angry when you told me how the bullies had hurt you and your friends that I didn't think about what I was saying. Please forgive me.
Serenity drew closer. I understand, and of course I forgive you.
Warmth descended over Ben like a blanket, and his wings turned a bright orangey yellow. Oh, wow.
What?
If this is how forgiveness makes someone feel. Wow, I never want to think about revenge again. It's time I forgave my enemies.
You have enemies?
Oh, yes, tons. I ate a few of them, though. Serenity visibly quailed and Ben winked at her. But I promise never to eat an enemy again, delicious though they may be.
Serenity giggled. I mean, animals are yummy.
No,
I especially like the buttercup kind.
wait, see, that word
Sorry.
is an enemy. So the flower there is an anemone.
Okay. Uh, the pink ones are most tasty, but I love the yellow ones too. The sea, it is I said anemone, right? Now I'm second
Yeah,
questioning myself. Anemone, right?
you said emo, so it didn't fit
Oh,
with the play on words.
but did I not? And it's like on Finding Nemo. Anemone, anemone. It's one of those words. Okay. Are rumored to be delectable, but I've never tried one.
Ben and him kind of often talking. Nice play on words. Did I see that?
That's cute.
Thank you.
So you have kind of this overarching theme of like forgiveness, right, and friendship. I
Yeah,
love that.
great. To
I love that. That's really important. I think for kids to know and to learn and to process through.
I agree.
I love that. So why is forgiveness such a big part of the story in particular?
Um, I think because I lived such a big part of my life with fitness until I became a Christian. But even now, sometimes I'll be bitter. Like if I see, I'm 44, if I see an 18-year-old baby turning around and marrying someone, it can be hard. So sometimes even now I struggle with fitness, and um, that's a really bad thing to struggle with, especially when it's holding a grudge. Nelson Mandela said something I'll never forget. He said, holding a grudge is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. And it's true because you're poisoning yourself and the other person doesn't care, which is why there's three different kinds of forgiveness. There's that um, conversation there where Ben feels and realizes, oh wow. And then later on, Serenity and Flash forgive the bullies without being asked, and that changes the bullies' mindsets and makes them not want to be bullies anymore. And then the bullies ask for Terence's forgiveness.
Oh, I love that. So what is your biggest dream as an author? Like, where do you want to go from here?
So I want my writing to change lives, if it can. Like I always want to write something meaningful, like I did with Quest. The book I'm writing, well, it's a book. It's a mini book, an anthology. That is set in South Africa, and one of the things I want in that story is for people to see how amazing South Africa is as a country, because a lot of people will say, "Oh, don't go over to South Africa; you'll get murdered, or you'll get your stuff stolen," which is quite possible. You probably will. But if you're with natives, it's less likely. But we've got wild animals, we've got beautiful sunshine, we've got amazing, friendly people. Like often somebody will turn around in the queue and I'll be chatting with a friend or I'll be reading it and then they'll just start chatting. And then all of a sudden we're in a conversation, we have a 10-second friendship and then it's over. And I love that. It doesn't happen in England, you know? And so I want people to see that aspect of South Africa. But that story, All That Glitters, is a bit of a dark. It's not dark, but it has quite a lot of wit in it. And there's also a bit of a comedy. So that's fun to write. It's not for kids. Right now, everything I'm writing is. I refuse to say new adult or young adult when they are not actually adults. So according to the publishing industry, a 12-year-old is an adult, which I refuse to believe. So my stories are for people from like teenage up, but can be basically read by any age because Moondust is they're very finicky about what they allow. Like they're not very strict, but no swearing, not even N-word, no magic. Violence is actually allowed, but not too graphic. And something else to won't let me have. Oh no, spice, of course, which I would never have in any of my books. And then some of my books are magic inclusive, but they're not from Moondust.
So why did you decide to be a multi-genre author?
Because it's fun.
Because it's fun. Perfect. That's important. It's important to enjoy all the things that you write, right?
Exactly. No, I don't want to be put in a box. Like I didn't want to be just a children's author or whatever. And I decided it was better to start off being a multi-genre author and have people expect that of me than suddenly switch off to 5 children's books to something else. But, and also I was invited to participate in a collaboration, which is not for children. So I was like, oh, okay then. And
Might as
yeah,
well.
now opportunities. So
Right.
it's basically opportunities.
Plug my phone in. Go. Sorry, I have to plug my phone in. It's getting a little low. There we go. Okay. All right, so I have to get off in 15 minutes. So what would you like to go from here? I know you have some giveaways and stuff like that. So what do you want to do from here on out?
So I want to show people what they can have. We wanted to have a Q&A, but there isn't going to be enough time unless people have already been asking questions, which is kind of what I was hoping. But so for the custom book boxes,
Yeah.
is the books are going to be hardcover and they're going to have painted edges. So right now I have the What Happened in the Woods anthology in picture. Two Taylor painted.
That's beautiful.
And that's the anthology that Moondust recently produced. So I have asked for her to do painted edges the same as with that, but with green edges. Same trees, but
Oh,
with green background.
trees are beautiful.
They're really stunning. She did a really great job. And
Yeah.
so it'll be that, and then it won't be just the hardcover and the painted edges making it special, but we're also going to have double page prints in there, like Serenity and Benignus and the treetops, which is actually there.
Oh, yeah.
There,
It's the
there.
dragon then. I love it.
Um, so like that picture, for example, will be a double page spread. And we were going to do that as a paperback, and then there were too many glitches. And I said, you know what, I signed off on the ebook, so let's just use the ebook as the paperback, and then the special edition will be a lot more special. Because I mean, poor Taylor Shane, I'm such a perfectionist. I think I sent back the book about 11 times or 8 before I signed off. I was like, if there's a single typo, because the typos weren't from me, if there's a single mistake, it's not getting published. That's final. And she was amazing. She kept changing all the mistakes and fixing them and sorting it out. So I had a calendar printed today. It's going to be awkward with the anyway. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
is a blown out picture of the cover, and then on the top here it says 2025 character calendar, and then on the inside. So this is one of the things I can do Digimerch. I can send it to an American, but there's no guarantee it'll actually get there because I can't afford to use something that's not postal service and they're not that reliable. But
Uh-huh.
each month has a picture of characters and then a little bit about the characters.
Oh, that's cool. That's fun.
And then let me just quickly skip over to August. So,
Oh, yeah. That's really neat. I love that.
so yes, so that's one of the Digimerch things that you can get, and then you can print it out yourself if you win it. And then these bookmarks, it says what kind is a pressed alone, Kathryn Self on the one side, miniature cover, and then enjoy every minute of reading on the other.
Aww.
And then these ones, hold on a sec. So here's Max. This is Monica's favorite character. He's the axolotl.
The axolotl. That's the best.
There's the three things again in different backgrounds. And then, yeah, Princess Anna, where it says just
Oh, that's so cool.
Diana is another couple of things that I could probably pop in there. Oh, there's also this. So people like to do lists. And so I made a weekly calendar. Okay. There we go.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
weekly calendar. Okay, I should probably do it that way.
No, that's really cool. I can see it.
Okay, everyone can. So yeah, so that's the weekly calendar. I might also do a birthday calendar. Because what's important is it's not just your book, it's what's around your book. So what can you sell? Obviously this stuff is all for sale. What can you sell that's to the theme of your book that can make you more money? Because at the end of the day, yes, I didn't start writing for money, but I didn't write a book for nothing either. So I do want to make money from it.
I get that. At the end of the day, right? We all want to be able to make money off of our writing someday.
And oh, but there is one thing I want to say, like an announcement.
Sure.
Um, So in South Africa, originally, because Taylor, my publisher, she's American, so I assumed that if my book was successful at all, it would only be in America. But they're all provided. So there is this company here called Willow Trading SA that does distribution and marketing, or helps you with marketing. And I have recently befriended an author called Rosalie Fox, who's been helping me with my current work. And she is with them. So I decided, let me see, because they organize author book signings and they get you into bookshops and things like that on this side. And I thought, now they're going to be like 20,000 rand. I can't afford them, but let's just set up a meeting anyway. So I set up a meeting, and the cheapest package is 750 rand, which is $42. And they only have 3. And so the second package is double that, but if I go for the cheapest one and then upgrade, they'll only charge me the balance. And that's for lifetime. So it's not just for a year's membership. I get that for life. And then what they can do is they can get me for the second package, which I'm going to go for, 5 book signings, 3 bookseller reviews, get me into bookshops, get me into libraries possibly, and most importantly, get me into schools where I can do author talks to primary schools about how important forgiveness is, how important it is for us to see disabled people as not a person who's lesser than or doesn't have a brain, but somebody who's just as special as we are, and how we're all special in our own right. And so I'm really looking forward to getting my message out there. And
That's awesome.
as she became as an author on this side, so I'm excited about that.
That is really cool. I really hope, I mean, that would be cool if you could go and do some school visits and stuff. That's awesome.
But I know you need to leave, but I want to show you, Taylor,
Yes.
did you think she said that I can't tell the name of the anthology that we're all in, or who's in the, but I am allowed to tell you a bit about what I'm writing for it, the title, and show you the cover. So,
Okay.
so it's very different to Quest. Like I said, it's set in South Africa, and it's about a girl who is basically a circus slave. She has to clean up after the animals and shovel elephant poop. And the circus is actually cover for drug ring, and an undercover policeman comes to sort of bust the drug ring. They fall in love. Anyway, so it's basically, it's not a rom-com. Brianne described it as a modern romance with a hefty dose of grit and a lot of humor, which is perfect.
Perfect.
So, yep, she also designed my book cover. It's a Nelly the Elephant Retelling, which is a
Okay.
children's.
Look at that. All that glitters. Oh, that looks awesome.
So there's Helen. And
Yeah.
somebody managed to find somebody who looked exactly like the person I'd already described in my work, and she hadn't read it. Which
That's
was pretty,
incredible.
yeah, but she looks like exactly same color hair, same eyes, beauty, everything. And there's Mischief, the elephant. The elephants
Aw.
stay together, they're Mischief managed. And then the tagline is the most dangerous secrets are gilded in gold, which Brienne came up with.
Right. Aw. I love that. Congratulations. That's so exciting.
I'm really looking forward to that being out in the world. So it'll be an anthology, and then now it will be released as standalone, same as you did with the Magic and Miracles anthology.
That's really cool. Congratulations. All the good things. All the good things.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
that's going to be pretty fun.
Yeah. Just write all the words, write all the books, do all the things.
Yeah, make it sound so easy. It's very difficult.
Oh, it's not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Okay. did you
Please.
have, we don't have any questions. There were no questions asked.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
yeah. So were you doing a giveaway?
Yeah, but it was two people who asked questions, so if nobody asked a
Maybe
question, then it doesn't count.
you can do something fun in like your stories and have, oh, you could do that. You could have like ask me questions in your stories and then you can like draw a winner from like people who ask questions in your stories or something. That might be fun. Anyway. Okay. Well, we got like
2 minutes.
we got a couple minutes. What do you want to do? Do you want to read your epilogue or
Not going to be time. Plus, on second thoughts, it's the epilogue, so
oh
probably
yeah.
shouldn't.
We can't tell people the end. Don't want people to know the end just yet.
I'm actually very good at keeping secrets, so the fact that I kept it secret from the day that I started writing the book to now that it was dedicated to you, I'm pretty proud of
Yeah.
myself for that.
That was that was a sweet surprise. Thank you. Oh, I was gonna hold on.
Oh yeah, Ben, you should Ben. And I wanted to show the stuff that can be in the book box.
Yeah, do that real quick. So you wanted me to show this little guy, right?
Yeah. So Serene's daughter makes those, and she can make this big one and a smaller one, or a smaller one. And you can order either one. If you're in America, or if you have access to somebody in America who can put what's back for you, then you can order that. And so how the custom book boxes are going to work is usually a book box would be whatever the author wants to send you. But only Serene is going to get that. And I think I know you well enough to be able to choose your items. And anyway, Serene, um, everyone else can pop onto my website. I'll tell you guys when it's ready. Pop onto my website and there will be stuff listed, like the calendar I showed you today, like that weekly calendar, like the bookmarks, but also some other things. Some things will only be available in South Africa, probably the bookmarks. Some things only in America, like that dragon and the custom cookie dough mixes. There's a Serenity cookie dough mix. And then some things will be available internationally, like crowns and magnets and things. So I think
That's pretty cool.
I might have, hold on a second, I might have a couple of pictures. No, it's just basically the it should be. So yeah, but there's all sorts of things that you can order. So you can choose between 5 and 10 things to go into the book box and then pay for shipping. And then I use your money to fulfill the order rather than trying to fulfill it at the moment. And then everyone's happy.
Perfect. That's really cool. I'm excited for you. All the fun things. So
So
when does your book officially release? Like the official release date?
well, now it's available from Invest.
Okay.
But it's available from Amazon on the 24th, but that's what they claim. Um, the reason for that is because we were a bit worried about Amazon because it wasn't letting us upload the book, and we thought it might be because of AI. Like I've been feeling very iffy about
Right.
that. But we decided to go on Amazon because it's better to have the book on more platforms. So,
Sure.
and I can get it printed and distributed and sell it direct and through Willow. Just the last thing about the book box I was going to say was, yes, if you order something after Crown, that'll be from Nice in the Box, and then it'll take longer, but it'll be worth it.
All right.
And then, and you need to go.
I do. I have to start running kids to all the things that they need to do. But thank you so much, Kate, for letting me join you in your book launch. And good luck with all the fun things. And
You and
go get some
so
sleep.
with it. Yeah, no, now I'm going to go probably. Thanks so
Okay. All
much.
right. We'll see ya. Bye.